Hey guys, it is Thursday morning, February 13th. It's -8 degrees, feels like -20. And we've got a baby calf on the ground. So we're heading out to the field. We're gonna go check on it, check on Mama. We were not expecting a baby on this cold of a day. We've been watching her udder, we've been watching her body condition. Did not seem like either of our girls out there were due immediately. So a little bit of a surprise, even though we did have the 8th, I believe, maybe the 10th, as like the earliest expected date of these babies. So they must have taken pretty quickly after getting put in with the bull. We bought them from another farm, and so we didn't have exact dates. So we're gonna go check on baby and see how it's doing in this cold. We might have to bring it into the barn, might have to bring Mama into the barn. We're gonna see, but this is gonna be an eventful day. You thawed out colostrum yesterday, didn't you?
I did.
We were gonna freeze dry our colostrum from the freezer. You don't want to feed a cold baby, so feeding it is not top priority. Warming it up is top priority. So we're gonna see if we can get this baby away from Mama. She's pretty protective, and get it warmed up and then reunited. I can't. You're okay, Mama.
I'll get this sit in the car and I'll put him on your lap.
That's a good question. Heifer or bull? It's alive. Hi, babes. Yeah, you're cold. You're cold. We're gonna warm you up, okay? We're gonna warm you up. Watch that gate, please.
Yep.
Hi. Hi. Oh, you're full of ice. Yeah, you're cold. You're a cold one. Okay. It's a cold day to be brought into this field. Be born Earthside, -20 degrees out. All right, we got this little heifer in the house by the fireplace. We got the hair dryer out. We're gonna get some towels put in the dryer. So some nice warm towels. Actually, I might just bring my towel warmer in here and just keep a steady supply of towels in there. And we're gonna try to get this little girl warmed up. She looks to be doing okay. You can see she's pretty fresh. She's still wet and slimy. She's still got her soft hooves. So this stuff falls off. You can kind of see after they're born, but they have these soft pads on their feet to protect Mama. We're just gonna work at getting this little girl warmed up. We're not worried about feeding her. You don't want to feed a cold calf. We just want to get her warm and dry. All right, I'm down in the barn. I'm going to clean out this barn stall, and the plan is to hopefully get Mama in here. Chicken. Now she's a beef mama, so she's not used to being handled or halter led. We're going to have to just try to entice her with grain and her baby to get into this stall. If we can't get her loaded into the trailer, we're going to bring baby out with her anyways. Baby is dry. She just doesn't have a lot of energy. So we're going to do a couple of things here. The first is we're going to give some selenium to this baby. We know that that helped with Cedar when he was first born and didn't have a lot of energy. We recently heard from a local farmer that he definitely recommends selenium because we are in a deficient area. I've tried to look that up before and not been able to find anything specific to our area, and I never wanted to overdose anybody on selenium. But now that we know that other farmers in the area are giving selenium, I really think the baby's going to need some. Mama's probably deficient, baby's probably deficient. It's not going to hurt anything to give them a little bit of selenium. We are working on getting selenium salt blocks into each pasture. We just have not done that yet. So the plan is to get mama and baby in here and watch them nurse. If she does not get colostrum from mama, I do have a gallon of colostrum left from Lorelei. And we actually thawed it out yesterday because we were going to freeze dry it because it's taking up room in the freezer. So it's actually already liquid. So if we need to use that, we will. We now know how to tube feed. So we will try a bottle. If that does not work, we will tube feed. The ideal is that she gets her colostrum from her mama. So that is the best case scenario. So that's what we're going to try first. But within those first few hours, I think they would say about 6 hours, you really want baby to get colostrum. It's only been an hour or two, so we're still in a pretty safe range here. We had Martha and Cedar in here. It was a long time ago. It just has a little bit of hay, but the barn cats have decided this is their litter box, so I gotta get all of this hay out of here. I'm gonna put fresh new hay down in a nice thick layer and hopefully get mama and baby in here. Ryan is working on getting selenium for that baby and getting the trailer hooked up. We're gonna try to go get mama. So my first plan is to use some grain to get mama into the trailer. If that doesn't work, we might just try to put baby in the trailer. She did seem kind of maternal this morning, so maybe just having her baby, she'll get in the trailer. If not, today's not the worst of the days. We'll be all right if we can't get them in the barn today. It doesn't mean that baby can't go out in the field. It is cold out today. It's about 3 degrees right now. What I'm worried about is in 3 or 4 days, it's going to be a high of 0 Fahrenheit and lows around -20 before wind chill. That's really what I'm more worried about. And so if I can get them in here now, we can keep them in here for about a week. And then when it warms up to being in the 30s during the day, we can put them back out in the field. So that's my overall plan for this baby right now. She seems to be doing okay. Otherwise, we're just going to follow the protocol we did with Cedar. If we can't get her up and standing and nursing, we will tube feed. Instead of tube feeding for days on end, we like to alternate the milk with electrolytes, and that seemed to help quite a bit. And we're just going to take this bit by bit and see what happens here. So far baby still has energy. She just spent a lot of time shivering early this morning with all that ice that she was born right onto when she was wet. Yeah. Obviously, this is not the ideal time for calving. We don't usually plan this out this way. We did buy these cows pregnant, and we knew they had been with the bull since May, so we knew there was a chance of a February baby. We have been watching them every day very closely, multiple times a day. Her bag didn't fill up. It didn't seem like she was that super close. She actually didn't have the big bump the way that Hazel, our smaller lowline, did. I really would have bet money on Hazel going first, but this was Juniper. And so it's kind of one of the more unexpected parts of having a bull versus AI. If you do AI, you have a pretty close due date to when you can expect babies. Once you put cows in with a bull, you have kind of a start date of a calving window, and then when you pull them out with the bull. So this was like a 4 or 5 month window. I can't remember exactly. So it's always a surprise to have the baby come at the very beginning of that window. We're like 3 or 4 days into that calving window of months long time when she could have had this calf, and so it was very early in that. So that's fun and interesting. And this is the first of 3 calves we're expecting this spring between now and April. Hazel should be having her baby anytime now. She is huge. She looks much closer than Juniper did. So we're keeping a very close eye on her now. And then Rosemary, our milk cow, should have her baby at the end of April. And then March, middle of March, we should be having piglets. So by the middle of March, I'm going to have this stall cleared out. Probably early March, we'll put Babette, our sow, in here, just in case she goes a little early too. Pigs are pretty predictable. They're 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, and they're pretty predictable with their cycles. So we didn't see her heat to the exact day, but we have a pretty good idea when she was in heat. So we're going to go ahead and calculate that out and get her in here in a couple weeks. In the meantime, we'll get cows in here if we can and keep them out of the wind. Yeah, so go ahead and get to cleaning.
Get your baby.
Do you need me to grab the door? Alright, so today ended up going a little bit differently than we expected. Thankfully, I cooked extra chicken yesterday, and I had a pot of broth going today, so we've got dinner at least. We got some chicken noodle soup for the kids. But just an update on our cow and her calf. They're doing great. They are in the barn. I do have a camera on them, so I'll be able to monitor them, but I think they're going to be just fine. As soon as baby was reunited with her mama, she started nursing right away. Mama was a little hesitant about it. I think she's probably sore because her milk did come in and then there wasn't a baby to feed for a few hours. But after baby started going, Mama adjusted to it, and they are doing perfectly together. So we're gonna keep them in there for the next probably about a week. And then once it starts to warm up a little bit outside, we'll put them back out in the field. The other thing we're doing is watching Hazel, because she could have her baby anytime now too. And so we're just gonna keep a close eye on her. I'm not sure what we would do if she has her baby in the next week, because I definitely would want to bring that one in too. So we'll just have to see how Juniper and her baby are doing. We did name her, so we named her Pepper. We're doing herbs and spices, and with being an all black cow, we thought that was really cute. So it's Juniper and Pepper, and they're doing great. So stay tuned. We'll be giving updates. I meant to do a seed inventory video today, but that all went off the rails, and so you can look forward to that coming soon. I'm still going to film it, just didn't get around to it today. And I'm going to be having a seed swap event. I'm very excited about it. We're going to announce all the details of that very, very soon. So look out for that and the seed inventory video. We're going to talk way more details about it. So thank you for subscribing and following along. Thank you for hanging out with me today and coming along on our little unexpected adventure. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.